Hello, everyone. Good old Rebel Lee here today. It's enjoyed a good little break off. I hope y'all did too. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Today we're going to get right into the episode. It was episode 11, Money to Burn. And the whole premise of this one is that boss has to send $1 million back to be burnt by the federal government, and he doesn't want to do it, so he comes up with an idea. His idea is to take phone books and have the armored car get burned up on the way to taking it, but keeping the money. And it would have almost worked if it wasn't for them Pixky Duke boys. They hear the explosion, and all of a sudden they pull up and they put the fire out, and then when boss hears about this, he decides, why not? Let's just frame them and say they stole it so I can still have my $1 million and collect the insurance. So Dukes of Hazzard shenanigans happens from here out because somehow Roscoe was able to go into the Duke's farm, in Daisy's room and everywhere else, and plant money. And then he comes out with Enos and everything, and then Bo and Luke are in the frame up, and they have to be on the run and try to clear their name. Typical Dukes of Hazzard episode. Well, turns out at the end, boss had the money in a coffin. He's acting like it was a friend of his that was going to be buried. Well, even that got screwed up because they actually had a dude that was going into the ground that was supposed to be cremated, and the money was what got cremated. And so basically that's how that ends. But I just wanted to give you a little synopsis of what the episode was. And it was done on April 20th, 1979. Now you're going to get Rebel Lee's take. All right. This episode was really corny. We did find out one thing. Bo and Luke were Boy Scouts. They had to be. Because who carries 2 fire extinguishers that look brand new in a vehicle that they just happen to have that they could put out a fire in a armored truck? I would have thought they could have grabbed it out of the armored truck. That would have made a little more sense, but no. Bo and Luke are always prepared. So they had to be Boy Scouts. And I found out that Enos ain't nobody you want to mess with. Because at one point, they locked Roscoe and Enos into the farm. And Daisy, she hides the key in a place that Enos didn't want to fish out. So he picks her up, gently sets her down, and proceeds to bust the door down. I mean, like Incredible Hulk style. This was a side of Enos I don't think I ever saw anymore into the show, but this one here, he just hulked up and took it out. And there's a lot of chasing going on. Of course, Bo and Luke were, go back a little bit, and the scene where Bo and Luke are in the kitchen with Daisy and Uncle Jesse, they're whining about the food that Daisy's cooking. But keep in mind, these boys won like $100 a week ago and everything in their snipe hunting contest. But now they're whining and moaning because they're just pinching pennies to try to get food on the table. So our heroes are having a little tantrum. And that's fine and dandy. But yeah, like I say, then I liked the police chases. I liked Enos. They gave him a little more of a prominent role. Speaking of prominent roles, this episode brought in a major character for the first time. And Scott Strady, if you're out there listening, you were that word that rhymes with kite. And I was the word that rhymes with long. So, yes, you were kite and I was long about Enos being in the episode before Enos left. I thought that was when Enos showed up. I mean, Cletus showed up, but that was very well not the case because Cletus was the one driving the armored truck and in cahoots with Boston Roscoe. So, again, like I say, there was a lot more of the friendship Cooter had for the Duke family stood out in this a lot more, where he helped them with their escape and loaning them vehicles and everything to get to where they could clear their good name. So, one other thing. I don't think I ever want to, if I die, be buried in Hogg's Heavenly Acres. That was the name of the cemetery. And that was a little weird. Even Waylon Jennings mentioned that Boss had a cradle to grave thing. This dude right here, I mean, he had it all figured out. You're born in his hospital. You basically buy all his stuff and pretty much work for him if you're in Hazard. And then when you die, you get to go to his cemetery where he rips you off one last time. So, I don't know. It was good. It was a good show. We're winding down now. We're going to be 2 more shows. Still hoping one time or another maybe get some co-hosts on here. Still putting out there that if anybody would like to do like a call-in and hang out with me, talk, we get together and watch the TV shows or you watch it at your house and then we could Zoom, or there's all kinds of ways that this can happen. Like I said, it's not as fun with just me. I like having a co-host to bounce off of, and they bring a little more excitement to me whenever I get that. But a lot of exciting things are happening though. Like I said, this is we've only got 2 more episodes coming up for this season, and then it'll be into season 2. Now, season 1 wasn't it, but in season 2, this time of year, was the bomb. This was 1981 is when all the Duke's products came to market. And just imagine looking through your Sears catalog, Xing what you want, going to Hills, going to Hex, or any of the other department stores and just seeing all that they had on the shelves and dreaming about it being under the tree. One thing this show did, they merchandised good. Speaking of which, I'm excited. Hazard Fest is coming back, and it'll be 2022 next fall. But I've already took on a second job because I want to get as many autographs and hopefully some memorabilia that I don't have. I haven't running out of things I could get the cast to sign. I mean, I've met them all and enjoy talking to them, but like as far as memorabilia and stuff, I pretty much got everything signed that I wanted to. But I'm still excited about it. And we're speaking about Christmas coming up. If you don't have any ideas what you would like to get someone, you might want to stop over, and I'm not getting paid for this at all. I'm just going to throw it out there because he's a good guy, and I've had his product, and it's really good. Tom's Special Seasoning. It's Tom's Special Seasoning. He has everything you want. Stocking stuffer ideas would be great for the cook in the family or the barbecue griller in the family. Also, he has beef jerky, and who doesn't like beef jerky? And I'm telling you, I've had several different ones of the flavors, and every one of them have been a winner. So if you're struggling to find somebody something, and that might be something they might be interested in, go on over to his website, check him out. But as for now, I guess this is all I got. Next week, we're going to be doing episode 12, Route 711. It should be a good, fun one. And like I said, again, Tom's Wild Seasoning is, if I think I might have said Special Seasoning, but it's Tom's Wild Seasoning if you're looking for any gift ideas. Other than that, like I say, that's all I got. I hope all of y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I missed y'all. I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks. Ended up this season and starting season 2. And just enjoying the podcast and loving what I'm doing. So until next time, Keep it between the ditches. Yee-haw!